Anthony Akutopasai, Minister for Monitoring and
the Royal Lighting for as a Royal Lighting investment or Bachona, only ben Bachona, Total, Kane, Nick and Siloga, and then Spenters, Quanswa 7 a year. It is their fan Kanya was in Biafacodona, BB and Timinkoyi and Farmer. Sansona, a year lucky about 4 years, don't want to Quanswa, because I want to say, Mpensenpensenmu bro, Monday to Friday, our Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So, Brasso, say, any in paying for a casa. Era Nimyam for Alexander Afenyo Markin at Nasoko Futu, Ujire Mama Adeshia Ewon. Sasona Yefenim say Joseph Ni Adekoka, Greater Accra, a regional chairman for the NDC. So, everyone better say. Akwaba, Afisha Payashi Afi.
David, yes,
at my Murphy.
Oh, my bag during the Christmas. New Year, May. New Year, May.
I see.
New Year, yes,
it is either Christmas or New Year. Who did you put to another name?
Oh, Christmas, no more simple. No more bad, a beefy. But New Year, New Year is the ancient. New Year, Missy Wonkan. And a mamma fee, but me who New Year, no moon or baby. Oh, my Afishapa. I feel common far, a queen do now. I am music and in cheer, a footman. Na a foot of us are walk in doom. Nothing so. Dom Dodua, Yataba, Jumezida, or ya Wafrahan. And for Mema, I shall fun also Afishapa. Na Minimdo when him that fear born again.
Yeah.
Ah,
or more Messiah.
Debbie,
no kita,
Debbie say, oh, baby, Anna. Oh, my own Ben, a push question. Who's the baby? I was there a year or by ya. Yeah. So I am a miss submissions. Ninja, a jam. Okay. Now my miss submissions. Okay. Man, shut down for question and found one Hana. Them natural for some country. I see. But on mine, no crab, my man far when you should be. Naman that one a multimedia group I say. Within the 4 years, I'm a MP. Mo boy promote the cultural values of a futu. Yen fancy dress. Yen asafum painful obeza grow ha. Yen wo friend and ompe group so mama yen opportunity wo studio hara. As a person, me just there I had the opportunity other than me you banter. Me just there nkofo ebi I want us but ni na no your learning process. Yes as you be was say honorable way there me no wan yadwe na ya ka research na enya facts and you pede the politics for mass dey be ground your submissions on facts into ni na aboa me just there mfiana na ode yen enyimi nyame na dom abana party yete ichirin aba abanim good nti inzinie biara wa abanim me just there nyame ni zinu minti efutuman wo benya wo chafa okay na dom dodo a wo so wo pe abrebo mpuntu na onye wo friend then developmental project in wenya ochina yan first donation ye wo 15 industrial machines okay yes reboa nwana wo pamaze mpemfu na madam fu na masters no obi wo na machine aye de okra nyame na dom I've been able to get 15 industrial machines nti yes remo hon echina work and pay. All right. Now regular machines in one work so adwuma. Ono so yenya 15. No so echina in one yezu mbesi afuna wa drop out in yezu mon ka she adwuma. Good. Then barbers. You will win by your barbers association. Nti won so ma to 20 clippers and onye sterilizer for chonyo. Nti won so 20 of them. Ye should be wa ne salon ne sterilizer aye dada. Onyi bi. Obi o guda kitafe onyi sika. Nti ye touching lives. Nti nyame ya adoma ochina 20 of them they are also going to benefit. Na ye relaunching of your taxi work and pay. All right. Ye ya order 50 cars with the private sector. Obi a ozin cars reba. Nti ya order 50 ba or the sample aba or chenyeze mat. Taxi drivers one kasa one hwe but the unique aspect of Zaire ye in there. Ye mfa mu obi na no so mfa ma taxi driver. Ye ma taxi drivers in direct. Dem do be ya wo benya no ho mfa so. Okay. Na yenya commercial nimpa na Hyundai na was a car could be Toyota his wa friend fish. Yeah. No so no so aba. Nti ye bo roll out win about drivers wo benya cars afofora was boko Kumasi na Accra won kafa old day na chede mfia na mboso na we hu do MP we twa na mo ndi ye behwe afarefo ekwafo ankrankra dwumayefo nti oman ye dase
afarefo a key because in our 4 years no
of course
we've discussed the
exactly one net one you were friend and if na eya atoto won awokọ atoto then me bompe there minister obaba fisheries na aquaculture no me ni bezinkita won ya hwedam you were friend and Chinese fo na Korea fo no
na akomia
well mente but so ya na akomia na oba ho a obobo pa because you be a meaning kita wuzina as director of communication mo bossa okay into no me jizi there Korea fo na Chinese fo or then nyu ko pa na wo benyim dodo ekosimpane gina kokobi mu wompo a woni tua waso so wo light and mokro axim wo complaining mokro Elmina afrafo no p complain there eyifo no wo benyim dodo or there wo kwechi if you are doing deep ocean fishing now stay there but they come too close obandama ya afrafo no wo kwa wonyanam. Now that we are in government, it's no more going to be criticism of those in charge, but rather I would encourage them because you can't Parliament, you can't studio ha, the order aban otwanaman. Inti nyamina Adom na yaso ya banaba, or yaza yenyim ya wonhu nyimze. Inti them petrolers no nye nwa work it fishing license a work it one trolley boat or either work it what benyima was say yen Ghana for local fishermen when ejuma. Intino, I'm sure so yanana komia. I'm sure it won't be a problem at all. Me in beke kezin kita ama washema wa compliance yen enforcement navy funa police funa marine police funa or other ones so because they've been given the the for them to enforce.
Football administrator, politician and a businessman.
Michel Nacher.
Chairman Adom. Chairman Akwaba, no what to say.
Anyamina Adom.
BBI Kama.
Oh, BBI Kama.
Within the NDC, especially with what is happening to the former president.
Oh, I know Asama OCC. 12 o'clock. It be a press conference.
Ooh. But before the president, I can say before man.
And you, oh, there you so as a party no. Yep, as a party was saying so. Yes, I'm a man champion for crying. I'm a champion. Anyway, me chairman, you are. I feel your moon nature. Yeah. Sana Christmas, a conifera. And can't tell me a conifera. On the map, one can't. Jordan Clubs. I found out I'm a ice water. Yeah. Mitchell was in it for them the other way. Igma wa bono mo junde mechanism wo
o na se egusu bo
keep me out
no egusu bo in fact he's one of the guys that I'm extremely hopeful.
Oh no I mean mo substantive ministry oye do be deputy no akwe munu wa apa deputy today bia mo hwe mo ebe na order confront.
We are still hopeful, very hopeful.
Orisun.
Someone I'm say about okwa no wasakrem kakra. Okwa no wasakrem kakra.
When you catch sports. Yeah, we feel the when you catch sports. Then you the phone. I mean, what's my recommendation? They be I prefer the about sports. Whereas was sports.
Okay.
And it can be a man and I can be a
yeah, but of course, without sports, other ministries.
No. Sports or then
you got to central region and as a
western region.
A combination of western and
central. So there. You got to your railways. I know because
Nana says that before send the term the railways to make a meaningful impact.
I would love to see Accra to Paga. We're gonna stop over the or I would love to speed train. Japanese for speed train.
Chairman, so the press conference is to address the happenings related to the former president's residence
and other matters. 12 o'clock.
Other matters to say takeovers now. MPP for take over now.
I mean, I you cool Ghana now. Take over say cool. No way take over. So when you cool, there's no takeover.
Cool no way take over. Government agencies in departments now. But is it not better than probably the last 4 or 8 years, or
you shouldn't even have come. Only the job because we've come a long way from 2001, 2008, 2012, 2016. We've come a long way. Only the dama semi oba my betna yaka on your feel. The natural president na ya pong. Ya pong. You best serve to them in out.
My understanding was the police service was at the first lady's residence. Reminding her so too.
Oh, the man a friend and Adom Mills, also some few years back. Okay, the Yapadama stage. So where is in common way? Maybe Mikita bazooka na sikana na be amubamu afenyo pena. Oh, no. In fact, you Ghana for you are in transient. Yeah, in there were a chinako. I don't see why at this stage, a noise about baby bada and more so no or a president. I'm right here, that were property and castle demo. I abandoned it will revert back to the government. So why should they be happy? Police, okay, people are just 2 weeks ago, police was saluted. Now we did after 2 weeks, the police who couldn't feel. Abba signal, no, other man yankasa. Abba signal, other man, but maybe so, but can Muslim take over. Take over. I mean, all Ghanaians, after the property does not belong to us as a person. So, akano okade wewuko. Ali Muhammad wewuko. Nti bi otuso bo wako. And this was still. So, there's a philosophy in if you answer. On your book nyansa. Sometimes all day is if you know we to fear no. Today is if you answer. Nazi and maybe. No, nazi and maybe. Only Ghana never today. Why ye election we are. No Crawford take over. No, we president if you only Ghana. The whole world. And to the Assembly bidder. I was in the name real research. Internet no to tell me to mean them obey or so that I will have an example.
ABC.
It's only Ghana, a Googler, Ghana. Now why? The whole world, United Kingdom, President, Prime Minister, Utuna, who do the election. I wonder what a British British is the Labour Party, I know will invade Lebanese with the Indian food workshop. You don't see that.
But America, we are all guilty. NDC, NPP.
I've just said so. I mean, making Mamubo Party bias. You have
as noticed, a country we have failed.
Exactly, that's what I wanted to say. Mamubo make us portion blame into a party. Listen there. Yakasa, or there, if you answer. Very important. Even if you answer, yeah, you are continuing because we can't be a few days ago. Actually, no condition is permanent. Bone shaker. No condition is permanent. By all means, another 4 and 8 and 20 and 40 years, whatever it is, should we come to the same situation again? Penny on the man. On the man, be 2 days ago, you trying to salute your friend, baby, Oyi, Niama.
But as a minor, have we really worked towards ensuring the independence and efficiency as well as effectiveness of our security agencies?
I know that I said it somewhere. The way I hear police in Oba, only faith. Until on pedo to steps are Obama. Exactly. Until be a protect the phone. Unless be a man signal there, Konakoye, they be a more signal and net now. Grandpa wants some. No, we accuse you. That's the problem in institutions now. Or the oil strong, you know. I was watching CNN 2 days ago. And look at how the press have taken on akoyo friend or president for
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. What's what discover so? You may be on Russia for why. And look at how they are dealing with him. About press conference, they are dealing the press resilient. What baby ojina wa na ojina. Baby ojina na ojina. Ewa, there are no way they are going to make sure that they go to the bottom of the because the press are so independent of themselves there, regardless of all Bampono, regardless of President Tinubu. Or you're wrong. I was so amazed. I mean, what Senate hearings yesterday, 3 black people, 3 black senator, a whole senator. He went on the Senate floor of hearings. Look at the dama papa, one secretary of Attorney General. And the way I want to work, and Nkahana Yanta, and I was sorry, about Bobby Blow, about Manu Blow. No, look at the 3 against. And this is well, Senator on Unatna to them in Unatna Senate floor or in Ayako. That's the beauty of democracy. Oh, friend Obama or Rukui. They don't know, Biba Katnibia was to the dado 3 only said, okay,
so we failed as a state.
Yeah, watch me be Obada. Nifia Waka, Warrenta Mana, State Butria, Bibia Woman Secret Service. It be a number of those who knew I put there, or but now because of add value to their property. What's the president but now? No. It will add to the value of their property.
Tourist attraction.
And there was when your secret service. Okay, that mean if you were baby all there, aban or enforce security. Why Mubana?
Yeah.
Why into 2 of Chicago, Jocamo Street. Also about Nebraska School, Washington. About now Washington. Until Abana American, I'm a secret service. Why maybe be there? What doors? What's the doors? Or yes, safe. Why reinforce? As our basic security post. When if any be all cutting all the government has taken the government, American government, the transitional team. They're not arguing about it. What are you? Because I said there the way. Let's take a cue. It has a also want to name if you I've been no demonstration. It be a before on here. Are condemnable. Are condemnable. And that is why in our wisdom, transitional provisions. No, mean your parliament. I heard him say something very good about this thing. I'm like, friend, I was so happy. I really no. Although accommodated, and he must have a say. In where he wants to be on to Kukrubia, the Katna, Abubuloshi.
Zuarungu.
And then Zuarungu. You can't do that. But must have a say, then Pedametra.
Because minting a moye.
And him saw that they get to the war. Nima ran about. And them cut now. And you can't do that. You can't do that. After all, to take the consideration there, the Pakuno from Bole or a minister, or a deputy minister, or a communication minister, it has given a certain part of his career or life to the nation. Just as my friend is doing here. When I see him, the way he goes to court, he fights things. Whether you like him or you don't like him, you should look at the principle of what he's doing.
Sacrificing for
sacrifice obe finifi baby or a futu obe nya yenim ekwano do asam nya nya mema nti order ya at least appreciate what the guy is doing. Then you saw na share one roba na ye if so nyim the sacrifice of fear opportunity cost do you know the opportunity cost that you can make out of it? You can imagine the opportunity cost that the president if I don't go to Obutu. Order to was on your field.
Can press conference
on
this matter?
Another matter. The other matters.
Okay. Medase.
But inside.
Our friend then. Za eja de koka wake ni baby me ne ya adwen baby a me ne ya adwen ye ne press conference na also ba be to address in your the press conference of the party. I'm a market menke we yo nanso market asosembi tama lucid administrative misa e da go ka o press conference also comfortable lead wo win sa
abo football da
e da go ka inframan boy it's all a press conference anyway by the way let's go to the issues of the issues at stake. First of all, as a nation ye fail oya ye plan ye on nzama oboboa yen kebi me feel that fiti omampanyin Rollins ne time or hand over makufo nche da membre no ide ye hu there so obi so fe gwanudo na san hankasa yen constitution yes look ye pede ye man befitting accommodation as residents and another befitting one accommodation as officer or they yempo ansana at least a year before the state should be able to take care of all these things. I'm against them last minute one fansha or your oil man paying kufo ofi abenu mfia kroni menyo kase arrangement woye do how yakubu ne former bungalow osbey no office Nanche state is sidanaman ni nyinara Professor Mills Bay debi na national security na NDC full soldiers na wazaka for Gan youth papai otene airport ifie ho office enwa amani bi mfian akroni ni edu omampanyin mahama no do well he may be uncomfortable but the law is not on his side embranu onyine side oninti mempede yenuanom NDC fo woba fazene de sabio obi a more treat omampanyin mahama embranding the transition act na NDC abane sponsor by Parliament 2012 no it makes clear that as a month after election enwa at least or do fiho a month so before the swearing in na azono na omampanyin na we all be fi gwadon we too embranding they own to 1 month before the swearing in embranding or kadam. So it means that in Brandon they don't anticipate a situation. The man may even say that me state property. So the issue is not about I will exercise with discretion. No, I me pedametra into making a request.
Okay, but you can comply per them rano a month before. Say, in fact, all things being equal, can me person more boa me dia. Me person be
no, in other more boa me dia. And Brandon say, or that you should provide me a befitting accommodation. In a committee now, Mampanyin and Kasataweno, okay, look, in lieu of our friend then ne accommodation, 140% of ne salary. Anyway, as in about Parliament ye amendments kakra. Amendments are what ye need there. State will provide or Mampanyin instead of 40% in lieu no, wabaman accommodation. Now, won't provide an accommodation no. Parliament and kade baby oteno. Baby are oteno one more onteno. I am also against situation awobaka there. Oma obi eba abema ni a official accommodation or require it should be part of the package. Or your official accommodation. A bear botry. The property in original your cocoa board for was and now you were friend and young papa Tamils okroho you were friend and young papa Liu Mahama no so okroho and John Draman Mahama or young papa as vice president okatino. So now it remains the official accommodation of vice president. Into the mesa, look, we shouldn't do politics with it or do offiho. Now, president, vice president, Mahama Dubaumia Okoho. He by law, President Mahama cannot remain in that accommodation. That must be understood. Don't let us do politics. Man, yeah, politics. But I mean, better you know, this if we know what I saying there. By law, what transition act in a report now, a nano committee was about Parliament. with all the amendments.
But we have failed as a state.
That I agree.
Okay.
That I agree that as a state, we should have structures
To
and
deal with
systems
some of
to
these
deal
things.
with these things. I don't want any benefit that a minister is entitled to, a council of state member is entitled to be considered last minute. It should be known ahead. We should accept it there. It's part of the price we pay for democracy. In here, will be back at hey, council of state Sikojini, council of state Nika, Odemini, and all that. So we should understand it. Now, let an man paying or showing. Yes, he has written the wire drawn request. But you see, sometimes Yanim paying for Zinkoma or Yakuko Masam. I did not like the aspect where Okopi Utumfo. I do not also like the aspect where NDC tabloids, one newspapers, what's the Utumfo? Look, the men paying for we go to them when there's crisis. And they expect that Nkomobia and Ubezin on your kukom. Then Robeya or Chinebi or Bois will intervene. The public will not even know. Into me feel there or a little bit of misjudgment for that letter to be copied to Utumfo. Ebia until it could have been given a silent copy. Now, if we want the intervention of some of these prominent chiefs, one intervention to be done in public, and then you push one into the politics. I think when you're too good, on board, into no one also now landing on this thing, no, Mamambra a appointment in Amemfensi. Or mine, or man paying beyond appointment, or any discretion. 2. Party biara power.
Mama can't say be answer about one.
Oh, maybe now, if you are the second topic now, you note it. If you are now, if you are about to be able to make.
I am a rebata.
Okay, go ahead.
The official residence of the president,
Jubilee House,
the Flagstaff House. Now, Mr. Atta, baby, Otino was the official vice president of Australian House. Inti,
one no or for what purpose? One and no copy or occupy. One no a Bank of Ghana.
No, in Australia House.
Australia House.
President friend and Kufobeno. No, but renovate to her. It was a government property also for a very long time. We use the President Kufo over renovate to now we use war. Until as a official resident vice president. Then the ever switch back road. We see a new official resident for the vice president obey available noble complete obey. Into institutions of state, those are the properly laid vice president and president accommodation. Or I don't know, say a baby or crazy vice president or also pedot, damn official residence no more.
It's not allowed.
It's all right. But this one, no, Tama Professor Mills, who's the president. No, not. In the President Mahama, not in Ifewo, Chowulu.
Oh,
instead of
no. It's really arguing. Let me make my point.
I'm not. I'm just. Mama Land.
Yeah, you were just. I thought you wanted to correct, but you are re-arguing.
I'm just saying that the official residence of
vice presidents
or Australia House.
Okay.
Okay, you can do the rest on your press conference.
It doesn't come in.
No, sure. Let's move on to the ministerial. The second point that you raised. Before the party be about we act as a collective entity. On here about individuals. The most may see. As soon as I hear the individuals, I the ego issues. Oh, why the most may see on here? Why they in here? Haven't been in parliament for 4 years. Men there's a baby party be power. You were category 1, ministerial and deputy ministerial. Then parliament ankasa. It want to wear a government business. It want a baby and you were committees. It's a governing party, wafa chairman. vice chairman. Then your leadership. Enum na wo wenim won. Then of course, first deputy speaker. Committees in Ankasemunu, you have membership. Only the way your public discourse no your con. And you careful obi to be able say why am minister. Now why am chairman of a committee I the way reduce me. And one na me pede. Yes, na you can want me because exactly that is the mistake. Even your ECOWAS Parliament, your Pan-African Parliament, condition your minister, iruntumuna enko ECOWAS Parliament, your minister intumunko Pan-African Parliament, ekeda wa Yakubu. No, you're a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. Ghana, you're entitled to ECOWAS Parliament, you're 8. Into depending on the ratio, no, maybe a majority be for 5, minority for 3, maybe a majority be for 4, a use for 4, depending on how Parliament is. Now, if one also contribute to Moment Ghana, if a Pan-African Parliament, a contribute, a chairman of who committee, a be a public account, a ranking member, a public account, a vice, a deputy ranking, and I a committee chairman be, Ninarano, a contribute a friend and abeno, a be a was work to board the bido. Now,
so it shouldn't necessarily be said.
At all,
minister.
Look, I'm telling you, Omahin. I mean, 2 years ago, it beats a personal 2 years ago. I took a decision there. Say, Abeni Nyame and Adom MPP bar. I will serve, meeting myself, and I discussed with a few friends. Look, I've enjoyed parliamentary work. Me wish, maybe a president Bakado, kwa, honestly, in you say. But manka some personal wishing there, may parliament, Juma. Eko Nigeria. Look, one constitution is structured such there. A MP, a senator, a rep, you can't be a minister. You have to resign. Now I can't be minister. US, say Hillary Clinton, she was New York senator. But when Obama and Secretary of State, Foreign Minister, or don't resign, into there's clear separation of powers. And I'm sure there in Ghana, or there the Mazi, them public and won't. Because all my who constituency put more pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Constituency put more be afraid there. Oh, chief, eba some more kodo. Yenti wuti, eba some ni now opinion be, opinion leader be. Oh yeah, there yet as the governance or your broad 80.
It's not about ministerial
because I'm paying on to me across 80. That's a public outcry. Across 80. And people must understand, I have my strength. But my strength alone is not enough. Or your collective. It is a mini be a transport minister. Mini be a attorney general. Na afenyo marken. Ana esebe yabua. Ana your friend then Dambote. On you the position was so kwa. Awu the pede. Ye be more coordinating to the vice chairman. Ebia ye chairman. Awu ko dem committee you do. Na chede or ye azar. Ye na ye contribute. But are careful? No be say, hey, why downgrade the Dambote? Hey, former attorney general, why are them? Then they allow them political mischief. No, about Roma. Name pane this step in ego. Into what hey, where you make your agreement, Debbie. I don't see it that way. I'm paying or forming a team. Team is not only made up of ministers and deputy ministers. Or your team or your broad. Because minister, when you're strong chairman, and that is where I have a problem. Obi creates impression there. Hey, Obi a chairman of a committee. A human own to me here. Naturally, one record way in if you agree. But a chairman of a committee, or a very important position. Eba Parliament, Obi a chairman of the finance committee. So minister of finance, when you're strong chairman of a finance committee, I'm telling you, Omahin. A human Oluntu Munkodo, a local government minister, a strong chairman. No one year committee work among. No when to one coordinate activities on the floor. I am afraid you will fail. Into public and anti Damaziasi, and there's a failure on the part of we the political parties and the political actors. We create the impression it's all about being a minister. Only to know you may need a chairman who may even be more competent than a minister.
Hold the real
I'm telling you, Honorable Chairman Sabonsu, majority leader. Adjusafo lawyer, deputy majority leader. These are people, chairman, very senior lawyer, chief whip. You were friend then Yenya Kree, Nindam, and on him Moses him. What's it? Edumanasi. Ibo nature in paying full, was what's a parliament acha, why Eduman. So I'm careful. Now Obi kita position be. Obi organizer, what's a shaha? Botumaye. Obi was your vice chair. Obi Wompa, Obi Napo. The previous parliament, I know what. Napo ni competence. Bedezi the Napo was not a ranking member on any committee. Bedezi. Napo was not a ranking member. In other words, he didn't chair. He was not in leadership. But Napo was working. Okay? There were enemy Bob Noran. I mean, the finance committee and the defense and interior. Mayor backbencher. But so to be effective, you work with a team.
Okay.
On here, there it can post per se. And I was the title I told you, necessarily not there, you've been recognized. Okay. I think that the public, the party, or we the political actors, on both sides,
the media.
Exactly, we should educate the media in the minority. So you have to educate your people so that Harun Idrisu, a minority leader, deputy minority leader, in the chair won't recognize that. But I know Aveji, me chairman of finance committee, he's a very strong person. For minority bench, why on ranking and deputy ranking. Ning now no post in chair ni bia. Into all there public so what I say. So that on my pressure but the politicians want to do. No crowd me just there. Nanado, Tima Wabe your ministers. Obi eni wo botum say the one kasa MP obi na asam na akada say you want to raise an issue against that person. But if you look at the people what babayana I mean I'm telling you there say woni nara dem bre yenim won wakada wol tay na na do nature na yen vision ye was moment Ghana ye deliver. I'm sure that in 4 years Ghanaians would have no choice but to renew our mandate. I don't have any doubt at all. And I'm sure that they will go through the vetting and then assume office and Nanado's government would deliver success.
Damboche, Regional Reorganization and Development. Chairman.
This will be questionable. You just want to poison him. Why? You know, you want I'm just educated. No, I'm just educated. I'm professor here. I'm not judges. No more responsible. My cross-examination. Put it into you. No, but no, I'm looking at it. No, I'm looking at it. No, you don't get the question I'm coming from. Who do education I pay? That we should not necessarily even concentrate on ministries alone. That is the ministry appointments. I am saying that people have raised issues about this. Just explain. No. Issues about what?
No, it's not about concentrating on the appointment as a minister or a deputy minister. The portfolio you've exposed. Say a necra say other responsibilities. Parliament more powerful, efficient. Now the creation and realignment of ministries and the Damboche, fine gentleman. There's a ministry that has been created for him. What goes into that ministry is what we are
doing. Government. At least ask me to explain to you. Then you go to opposition for them to knock us.
I never see that when people are in government, they redirect
yes, because it's an issue that the public would want to know. That why that vote for this? Oh my goodness. So at least I am in government. My pay at least throw question on. What is the focus of this government on this?
Okay. Former Ashanti Regional Minister John Alexander the law cannot decide an appropriate location for the former president to stay as your choice is critical. I am amazed at the utterances of Osafo since the transition process and in the House issue because of his stature. Obviously, Ghana is the loser in this unnecessary political game by the withdrawal of the request by President Mahama, former, and the opportunity to do what is right lies with His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So John Alexander.
Well, I disagree with him.
Former minister.
His text is completely misplaced. Because stop reading.
Now you are behaving like an opposition member of Parliament. Okay, so Dankwa Akufo-Addo, regional reorganization and development. It comes across as beautification of the city. What do you think so about it? Don't forget the president will be more.
Local government. Our local government act is in charge of regional
demarcations.
Area for emphasis.
Oh, how was it for
special focus?
If he's asking you,
okay, the president says that sanitation and water resources. So also under local government but a full-time concentration or what?
Let me tell you, what I don't know. Ministry
water works and
housing. There's sanitation, so all local government. There's sanitation, regional is all local government.
The ministry back what local government in effect.
Local government. Okay,
DC is not
the DC
making sure the election of DC and all those things.
Anyway, I mean, sometimes Ejina Abana, Ifema.
Okasa.
They be Ebama.
A different.
No, they're different. Because Minister of Evaluation and Abade. A whole, they do know the setup of a ministry. I ask them critical. The cost involved in setting up a ministry is a minister of evaluation and monitoring. That made money offend a ambassador for Holland or Netherlands.
The present or
no, government, ambassador, more kind ambassador war. Toniedu. That made evaluation.
Monitoring and evaluation.
And, it was the ministry. It was the department in the office of the president. Here, when we okay, the first rank ministerial appointments. As someone behind there, certain microphobia over there was satisfied one.
No, but you don't quote me. What's the message?
First line.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
You said first line.
David.
What did you want to say?
What do you want to say?
Yeah, I agree. It's a minister.
That's right.
First line.
Okay, then in that context. The way I can the first, I said that.
No. Okay. It's if you want to we create position Minister for Railways, Minister for Evaluation, Minister
Reorganization.
These are people who should have been in the main line. Today, Attorney General Adami, Anna the Minya Gati, he was an Attorney General. In Tibia said, Attorney General, Foreign Affairs. Damboche, former General Secretary of the party. Such a person, Emily Post be a Minister of Trade. To my demono.
I would there create
certain things on your measure. And that's what you are saying. Osakoto, no, Minister of State at Ministry of Finance. Pede Minister of Finance, Akoto, because he has been there before. The India post, they create BB in Bachelor, that was Bachelor. Into let me tell you, Ghana. I read the larger picture. I was there with the Kovibo, mean to me, John, no, that must be the Internet. It is not necessary there. A minister. There are certain committees in a chair. You are more even powerful than the minister.
Osakoto, Dr. Anthony Osakoto.
Exactly.
Monitoring and evaluation.
But this was a ministry.
It's a ministry, but it was a department in the presidency.
In the presidency. That was what evaluation. Dr. Valerie Sawyer. Usher as monitor projects that she was in charge of that in the presidency.
Okay.
It's Yakwaya Nayebe. Yakwaya Nayebe. It's in a nutshell. There's a job for the boys. It will be out there a great job for the boys.
Okay.
That is what is playing out there.
All right.
No chrono umini.
Yeah, that's it. Thomas Said Ibrahim or Takwa. And a friend of mine, what say he has power. He's taking control of the show today. But that's it. They are friend of because power. No, I'm saying this is an observation from a regular viewer and tester. The gentleman that master no.
If it's not your
now question say
to the viewer, if any such impression was created or any such thing was done,
okay,
I apologize.
Nana Fredia Ajimai Oforiata. Let me be careful about the Dinibo because we both be or draw attention. Nana Fredia Ajimai Oforiata. Omaine. It is so important that we speak to the facts, especially when they have given to us. They've been given to us. President Akufo-Addo laid bare the responsibilities of each posting and the value of the personnel he selected to justify his choice. I don't hear you pointing Adekoka to the facts. Please keep in mind the mandate and its responsibilities the president has been given by the people of Ghana. Okay, but Nana Fredia,
local government.
No. Unless probably Nana NTAC, the say. To say sanitation and water resources. To say reorganization and development. Some of them, it falls under local government. Exactly. And then to say Tony Edu, it is still an effective tool needed to whip up and check.
Exactly.
But it's a whole ministry that is being created now. Exactly. And I'm sure you should also give us space to ask questions.
Exactly.
So the president made it clear
to create a lot of ministries.
No, he made it clear.
Yes.
Say, for instance, railway, he was emphatic that he plays a major economic role in a country's development. Right. And he feels that he should be given the needed attention. Exactly. Likewise, giving same explanation to Kofi Addo, sanitation and water resources. But it doesn't change our position to ask why the need for these ministries. When
we can also say that those things were under certain ministry and they were doing this. Of course, your creation of that blows the budget.
12 midday. Yes,
sir.
What goes into
our press conference?
Okay, that's it. We are good boys and good gentlemen and good men this year, 2017, but we are watching. NDC for OT General Secretary Kosi Senso Asempa 2 days back. Or say, Nanado, any MPP. Hey, you continue. Yeah, no, if you watch out for the NDC.
Offended, oh my.
Yeah,
what's in our BIM 8 years?
Yeah.
Me just there and so on.
Our president comes today. Wait.
No.
Hey. And then the watch
when they were in government. The Musuna na wom.
Oh, that
okay, Nana Fredia any rapport. Say, for example, reorganization and development is specific to the technicalities of setting up new regions It requires the politics, the legalities, and public relations. So
local government,
clearly,
I know demarcation
it's important.
It is in our. Look, I mean,
don't
let's go up and down. The president, or feel the vision.
Okay, so somebody also asked this question. So after creating those new regions, what happens to the ministry to supervise the regions that are created?
There were Greater Accra. Since you were Greater Accra.
You think Greater Accra here?
More alignment. I'll be Greater Accra.
Okay, all right.
I'll be Greater Accra.
Because that's no more than Kaunda.
Greater Accra. Accra, Greater Accra.
Okay. Majority leader. So ni no. Nti bi natural. O chairman of pay. And I'm the majority natural. So I come on. Yes,
Amelia, welcome to the club.